close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Welcome to Truckers Safety Divas, the only weekly live show for women in the trucking industry. Started and created by Angie, Angela, and Brooklyn women truck drivers. Grab your favorite drink, invite your friends, and get ready for the show.
All right, let me bring on my special guest here. Hi! All right. We have different divas. We have a different diva in the house tonight.
That's right.
Woohoo! Okay, so for those of you who might not know, this is Heather in the middle from The Misadventures of Pat and Heather. And Brooke has not left, so don't freak out that she's not on the show. She did a bunch of run around today and she was kind of tired, so she's taking another night off. Lazy slacker.
Exactly.
Slacker.
PMS don't last that long, girlfriend, okay?
I know.
That was really exciting.
She just posted.
There she is. I knew it.
I know.
We missed
Yeah,
you,
she said
Brooke.
she'd be watching the show and making comments.
I like that.
Okay. So another thing, we've changed our graphics and we just added new graphics because we've added another diva. We've got quite a few divas and we're going to showcase them in just a little bit because we want you guys to see who all makes this show possible. But we're adding another diva to the mix. Heather's going to be on our show a lot more often, and then we're also going to be adding Lori. So Lori is our newest diva on our little logo that we had done. So she's done a lot for Trucker Safety Divas, and so we wanted to make sure that we included her. So she'll be coming aboard.
Yay.
So Heather, how has your week been?
It's been kind of nutty. Well, Pat was sick for the beginning of the week, and so we were at home from I think we got home Sunday. It's all a blur, but I think we got home Sunday and we left out on Thursday. We took some extra, a couple days of extra time because he was sick. But we ended up bobtailing all the way from Oklahoma City to San Diego. So,
Wow.
yeah, he was loving the fuel mileage, that's for sure. Yeah. So we just picked up a trailer in San Diego and we're taking it all the way across to North Carolina. So, yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Well, actually, I'm in the same truck stop that Johnny was at the other night when he did his live show.
Oh.
I'm at Lisa's
really?
truck stop in Moriarty.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
I pulled in 20 minutes ago and I was hurrying up, making my notes, and I was throwing on my makeup. I'm I got a show in 15 minutes. I got to hurry. This is real trucking, people.
It is.
He was we stopped at first over in Yuma and he was like, how's the signal? And I go, our live feed actually froze. So I'm I don't think it's going to be very good. And so he took off and luckily we got over here. So we're in Gila Bend. So.
Yep, I know where that's at. Are you at the Loves or the Pilot?
I'm not sure. I think we're at the Pilot.
Okay, yeah.
Next to the Taco
Sorry,
Bell.
I am having internet issues tonight, I think. Angela, how has your week been? And when are you coming back to Florida?
That's been the question. I will be heading home on Wednesday. So I gotta fly all day Wednesday.
That is a long flight.
It's actually not too bad. The only thing is that non-stops don't exist anymore. Oops, she disappeared. So nonstop flights don't exist anymore. I mean, pretty much they got to maximize their money. So I have to go from here to Phoenix and then Phoenix to Miami. So I've got a couple of hours in Phoenix, long enough to go to the bathroom and get something to eat.
Yeah.
So find my new gate. So, but yeah, it's going to be
All right.
about
I came back in, and I forgot to hook up my audio. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me without my headset on?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. All right. So it's not letting me take comments off. I can't put any. There we go. I don't know what the heck's wrong with my phone. I have Wi-Fi going, I think. Hopefully it's going. And it's like freezing on me. Okay. So Amber Lynn's like, where is Brooke at? So she quit. She got sick of Divas and she quit.
Amber, it was because of all your comments. I don't know it was either her or you, Amber. So
you're having issues too?
By the way.
Heather froze.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Nope, she's here. I can see her.
Okay, now it looks like Angela froze.
Nope, no. I'm here.
You're there? Okay, so
yep, I'm here.
Maybe it's
There's
me.
Heather.
It might be your internet. I don't know. That's weird.
Can you check to make sure our Wi-Fi is on? Okay. So I'm going to go to a quick commercial break real quick. Give me just a second here. I've reloaded all of our... Actually, no, I'm not going to go to commercial break. I lied to you. We've been talking to you guys about wanting to introduce more of our divas to the show. And like Heather. So you're going to see more of our divas featured on the show. So it's not always just going to be me, Angela, and Brooke. Because we're not the only ones to put together the divas, and so we want to make sure. Right. So I put together this little reel. It's going to show you all of our divas. So give me just a second. Hopefully it'll play. Come on. Okay, or not. Okay, my phone hates me tonight. Was it on?
No,
were you guys able to see that at all?
No.
We can see.
No,
yeah,
we weren't. Yes, now it's rolling.
Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I've got a horrible delay. So these are our divas. So I just want to do a quick highlight. And at the end of every show, those are going to be like our little credits because we want to give the girls credits. And I have no idea why the last one we have an odd number amount of girls, or we have an even amount of girls. So I had to put in a little cartoon character of one of our diva girls at the end. So hopefully that'll work. But tonight we're going to have on here a couple of guests who are going to be talking to us about Truckers Christmas Group. You can find them on Facebook. It is truckerschristmasgroup.org. I'm going to put their picture up here real quick, too. Maybe.
Yep, there it is.
Oh. Okay, my phone absolutely hates me today. I tell you what, Angela, I'm going to let you two talk real quick. I'm going to restart my phone and see if that helps. I'll come back in.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Poor Angie.
I know. And then the graphic stayed up there frozen. So
yeah,
That's okay. I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for technical difficulties, we wouldn't have any difficulties at all.
Exactly.
But that's okay. So, yeah, so I will be heading home next week, and then I'm going to have 10 days to unpack, do a lot of laundry, repack, and get ready for this cruise.
How long is you guys' cruise?
It's a week.
Oh, okay.
We leave on Sunday. We come back on Saturday. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah.
I've never been on a cruise. I've never...
This will only be my second. I went on one about 10 years ago. And I loved it. It's just, it's hard. Life gets in the way. And you come home and you take your time off and you don't really have time to, go do something like that. So I want to do it more because I really want to go to Alaska.
That would be a pretty cruise.
Yeah, I really want to
That
go to Alaska. And just an FYI, if anybody out there wants to gift me some cruises, there's an Antarctic cruise also that I'm looking for. She thinks I'm crazy. I love the thought of going to Antarctica.
Oh,
I
really?
think that would be amazing. Yes.
Do they have a
So-
summer and a winter, or is it always winter?
No, they do have a summer, but I mean, their summer is one of our winters.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So there is a certain number of scientists and people who are allowed on the continent since it has no government. There's actually a permit process that you have to go through.
Oh, wow.
I highly doubt, being a trucker safety diva would get me on the continent, but you never know. I'm going to try.
You never know.
You just never know. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to a week with no phone.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. That'll be the best, I think the best part of it.
Yeah.
So if you had a cruise, where would you be going?
Holy moly. Probably somewhere like with really pretty water. Because I could just sit on a beach somewhere and just watch the water and listen to it, and I'd be good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. The Caribbean.
Yeah.
Which
Like
is where I
Bora
went.
or something, you know?
There you go. I would, hey, Heather, I'd like to go to Tahiti, okay?
Yeah. Yes, Tahiti. Exactly. Lots of pineapples
Tahiti.
there.
That's what, exactly. There you go. Lots of pineapples there. Yeah. All right, let's see if she got it. Yeah, it's just her signal. It's just where she's at.
It's
So
doing
hopefully she'll get it back up. I hear it beeping. I don't think she's coming back right now.
No, it's just circling. She's probably pressing her screen right now.
Probably. Oh, now she's there twice. I guess
Lots of Angie tonight.
lots of Angie, exactly. Well, that's okay. We'll keep talking until she does. So.
All right. I'm good at talking.
There you go. So you guys bobtailed. There she is.
There she is, yeah. Can you see us, or are we frozen?
Yeah, she's frozen.
And what a look.
She's not going to like that.
Poor Angie.
I know. Oh, my gosh. So you guys bobtailed all the way to
Yeah.
California.
Yes. That was nice, because then parking at night was a whole lot easier.
It was easy. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
hate
Well,
sometimes at night finding a
yeah,
spot.
I know. It's horrible. I own my trailer, so the only time I've ever had to do something like that, I had to take my trailer with me, but I did go empty from New Mexico to Miami.
Oh, wow.
And I got into the state of Florida, and the load canceled.
Oh,
That was
no.
fun. Yeah.
That's
yeah,
horrible.
That was fun. I agree.
Oh, no.
I agree. It ended up okay. I got down there, I got a load out, and they compensated me for the empty mouth. But still, nobody wants to, pay you for coming empty.
No.
But the fuel mileage was great.
I bet. I bet it was.
Yeah, she is definitely having some issues.
Yeah, because that spot where she's at, the signal is kind of spotty.
Yeah. I don't know. Let me text her and see if maybe she should go inside.
Yeah.
It seemed to work for Johnny last night.
Johnny was inside, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm texting her, so we'll see. it's irritating when you have something like she has Wi-Fi on the truck and it doesn't work. I mean,
Right.
you know, you get irritated.
Yeah.
Pay so much for a service and then it doesn't work. So.
Yeah, we've had all kinds of service, like Verizon and all that, but AT&T has worked the best for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's who I have right now is AT&T. There she
There
is.
she is. She's outside.
Yes, I had to go outside. I don't know. I lost connection in my truck. So I went to stand right and freeze, I guess. Oh my gosh.
I'm glad you're on, though.
Oh, it's chilly. I should have brought my hoodie. I was like running out of the truck. I'm like, I need service. Oh my God. And now my Bluetooth's not working again. Oh, well, at least you can hear me. So that's okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
You can't hear me, right?
Yes, we can.
Okay. All right. Thank God.
Yes.
Okay. I may have to run back to the truck and get a hoodie in a minute. But anyway, it's cold out here.
I sent you a text. It worked for Johnny last night. Go inside and sit at the table. I don't know what because it worked in
I know. I may have to go get my hoodie and grab my wallet because I literally ran out of the truck with nothing. All I have is my phone. I have my notebook. This is dedication to the show, people.
Yes, it is. This is dedication. Wait
The show must go on.
Wait until you watch it back and see what we've been filling it with. Okay, love you.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna try to hook up my mom side.
Okay.
Nope, not gonna let me. All right, let me try one more time because I got Adela waiting. So hold on, just a.
If she can't get them on, for some reason, because Pat does the StreamYard is up. I have the computer up, so I can let them in.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see if it'll work for her. I know.
I feel so bad.
Yay! It worked. Okay.
Yay!
Okay. So I know we have Idella here, so I'm going to bring her on just 1 second. And we got Tom also, so give me just a second.
All right.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Hello.
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 Okay, I got no sound. Hang on.
Okay. Adela's getting a sound.
Yes. So we got Idella and Tom with us. We'll give Idella a minute to hook up. She'll come back in. So I had to run outside because I lost service too. So we're doing great tonight, Tom.
I was having
Are
service
you still
issues
driving
myself.
out there, Tom?
No, we just switched drivers. It worked out just about perfect tonight.
That's good.
Oh, good. Okay. So I met Tom last year when I interviewed him for my podcast, Married to the Road, and I discovered his organization. It is Truckers Christmas Group, or you guys can find him on Facebook. I've already put the links up for you guys. I'll put them up again after the show. But they also have a website too, so you can go there too. But we wanted to bring on Tom and Idella to kind of talk a little bit about what they do before the holiday season and how we as the viewers can help them out. So, here's Idella. Hold on just a second. Okay, can you hear us, Idella?
No, I sure can't. Hang on.
Oh, no. No problem.
Oh, no, it's her.
I know. Every show's got to be something, right?
Exactly. Okay.
Tom, you want to kind of give them a little background about it?
Yeah, basically, this group got started long before I became involved with it, but it started around 2008 when a guy by the name of Wayne Hortman, some of you who've been around a while might know him as Wonderful Wayne, and he had a real good year and said, I know there's some families in trouble, want to try to help them out. I've got some money I can put towards it, but does anybody know of who might need some help? And a bunch of other drivers said, you know what, this is a great idea. Let's all pitch in and help out, as drivers have a tendency to do. And then basically they said, we had so much fun helping drivers this year, let's do it again. And now we are about 14, 15 Christmas seasons later, and we're still doing it.
Wow.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So how many volunteers do you have right now?
Not enough. And we have probably about 10 to 15 volunteers, but when you're dealing with 30 to 40 plus applications, that's what we've been averaging the last couple of years.
Yep.
And you have approximately 3 weeks to do them in, you need more help. You never have enough help. And we're actually anticipating this year, based on some things we're already seeing, and based on some of the groups we also work with, like St. Christopher's and other places, we're actually anticipating increased need this year. And we've had to do something that we really don't like to do. We've had to put a cap of 75 applications as of this moment, because of the staff levels we have. So applications are going to open up on November the 13th.
Go ahead, Tom.
Can you? Okay.
Yes, we can hear
Applications are going to open up on November 13th. So if you go to the www.tcgo.org on the 13th, the application form will appear. You can either nominate yourself or a trucking family that's in need, and then our team of L's will start, processing the applications and go through that whole process that is involved. Where basically talk with the person who's doing the nominating, and then the family at need, and then the L's have the unenviable job of everybody on a 1 to 10 scale in a couple of categories. And we look at the number of families, and because every family will get a minimum of $500 if we can help them. If we can't give them $500, we don't help them. So the thing is, we start with the highest ranked family and work our way down the list. So last year, we were able to help 35 families. We actually had a phenomenal year last year. We broke our fundraising goal for the first time ever of $20,000. So each family, I want to say off the top of my head, got about $625, $650, right in that range. Idella says she's sorry, but she can't get the sound to work on her end. So
okay.
It looks like you're stuck with me. So
that's okay. Tell her no worries. It happens to all of us.
It does. So, but that's the basics of how we do things. And we raise money through people just going to our website, www.tcgo.org, and making a secure donation there. We also have a Christmas store where we have items that are donated that we sell. So it's everything from things for your truck, crafts, raffle tickets. And this year we've got 3 raffles. We got a 50-50. We got a great gift package from Road Pro for drivers. And we got something, you get breaking news tonight, because this just got finalized this week.
Nice.
Last year we started doing a Christmas concert, and we were introduced because of the great folks over at TNCradio.live to this musician by the name of Jeremiah Craig. And he's toured the country, talked to a lot of truck drivers, written some songs about trucking. And he says, I really want to help, and I run this YouTube channel where I do boot reviews. So he reached out to a couple of companies and has gotten them to donate some boots for a cowboy boot raffle. Have you ladies ever heard of this company by the name of Lucchese?
Oh, yes.
How would you feel about the chance to win a pair of $1,500 full quill ostrich boots?
That would be awesome.
Nice.
Now, keep in mind, when he went to Lucchese to ask them for this, he was thinking a $500 pair of boots, maybe $350. They're like, no, we can't do that. Huh? No, it's going to be the $1,500 full quill. They're what they call the Randalls. So the tickets, I'll give you the prices here in a second. They're not on the website yet. It's going to be coming very soon. I'll explain all that in a second. But there's another company called Heritage Boots, and they've donated a pair of $1,000 hand-tooled leather boots.
Nice.
So if you like cowboy boots, I can already see drooling coming from the top left corner of the screen.
That one right there?
Yep. She's just like, so somebody get the poor girl a napkin. What can I say? But no, there's some great things, and there will also be some options through Jeremiah's page, a contest he's doing for people to win a pair of boots through that as well. So if you don't win the raffle, there's another way you may be able to win a pair of boots. So basically, the store's open now. more and more items are going to always be added throughout the Christmas season. The first two raffles I mentioned are up and going. The boot raffle will be up somewhere between now and November 1st. Our store basically officially opens on the 1st of November, but there's items that are always available in a year around. We have a bunch of really great sponsors ranging from Pittsburgh Power, Air Dog, RSB Strap Winders, Road Pro family of brands, OPS One, among others. And I always hate mentioning sponsors because I forget somebody and I get yelled at later. So if I've forgotten you, my apologies. And then we also have generous corporate sponsors like DPF Regeneration that just write us a check. And they're a huge, huge supporter the last couple of years. We could not do it without Hattie and the rest of our sponsors. There's too many to name. And we have a bunch of great media partners, people like you, Angie, TNC Radio Overdrive, all of Randall Riley's publications, The Trucker, among others. And I can't forget Red Eye Radio, because the last time I did, I got slapped. Santa's mean to us elves. You forget it. He smacks you upside the back of the head. But we always need volunteers. If people, let's say, make handcrafts, we've got people who donate everything from quilts to hand-painted porcelain gift items. We're working on a few more items and surprises this year. I mentioned a little earlier the Christmas concert. That's scheduled right now for the Saturday after Thanksgiving. We've got tentative commitments from some really exciting artists, both in trucking and outside of trucking. But I don't like mentioning names until I have the paperwork signed, because I believe if I say it now, it doesn't happen. And friends of mine are like, we believe in manifesting. I believe in manifesting. I just believe if you say it too soon, things get jinxed. But, Jeremiah will definitely be playing for us. Ken Freeman, Bill Weaver usually play for us as well, others. So we're going to have a bunch of familiar trucking musician faces, as well as a whole bunch of people who may not be as familiar, in some cases may be really familiar to the trucking industry. So we're looking for a really fun concert this year. Like I said, that'll be the Saturday after. The store officially opens on November 1st. Applications open up on November the 13th and run through December 13th. And this is something, I kind of mentioned it earlier, we've had to put a cap this year at 75 people. So if you know of do what truckers are notorious for, and procrastinate. Get that application in as soon as possible. And like I said, truck drivers never procrastinate. We always get things done the moment we get the paperwork. So like I said, that's going to be a big help to us and anybody you know. And here's a couple things. Sometimes we say, people are like, what does a trucking family in need mean? Because some businesses, when they hear us talk about some of these families, they assume it's somebody who maybe didn't manage your trucking business properly or whatever it may be. We do have a few people who've maybe had a hard time for mechanical breakdowns or circumstances in that nature beyond our control. But each year, we're seeing our medical needs increase. And I'm not talking like by small percentages. I'm talking about huge percentages. In the last 3 or so years I've been involved with the group, we've had to deal with people who are drivers who are dealing with terminal cancer, and this is probably going to be their last Christmas with their family. Trucking families who are getting ready to have to say goodbye to a loved one, whether it's a grandkid, a spouse, whoever it may be, because of cancer. We have the heart disease, the people who've had strokes are no longer able to drive. I could give you stories, and Angie's heard one or two of them, that would leave you in utter tears. And this is why we do this, is for these families, because last year we got a phone call from one of the families we'd helped the previous year thanking us for being able to give that gift to their driver. And if it looks like I'm moving around, I am. We're driving down the road now. No, I'm not driving. It's the co-driver. So
I have a
but
question, Tom.
Sure.
I noticed on your website you have a Canadian flag. So are you
Yes,
an
ma'am.
international organization? And are you accepting applications from families in both countries?
Yes, we work with both U.S. and Canadian drivers. We accept applications from both. We also work with both companies in terms of the store donations, the whole 9 yards. Actually, our vice president, Greg Manchester, is from Canada as a Canadian driver. We work with the Women's Trucking Federation of Canada as well. Purolator out of Canada, who's one of the, consider them like the FedEx of Canada or an equivalent type of company. They've been a big supporter of ours as well. And that's some of the things that we're always looking for. Angie, I'm gonna put you a little bit on the spot. One of the things we've been looking for is a shipping partner that we're not asking for free shipping. We're asking, hey, can we get a charity discount? And if anyone knows of a shipping company, whether it's a FedEx, UPS, DHL, we don't really care in the U.S., who will at least sit down for a meeting with us, we can explain our case. We'd love that. We have been trying for years to get a meeting with one of these companies and have had no luck. So if anyone do that, that'd be phenomenal.
I will definitely send an email and see if I can find out anything.
That's appreciated. Like I said, don't mean to put you on the spot like that, but hey, I just thought, who do I know works with FedEx? Oh, wait a second, I'm looking at her. But that's the thing is, and like I said, with a lot of this stuff, if a company wants to donate, that's great. But we understand there's always certain costs to running a charity, and we accept that. But we're always looking for the best possible deals that we can get and using our money wisely. We strive to keep our expenses at less than 15% every year. So that includes running the website, filing fees, shipping costs, anything that's required to run our organization. We try to do it at the bare minimum possible. At some years we're kind of going, well, do we want to do X or do we want to do Y? And we try to find the best value for the money. So like when we were looking, for example, at some ways to better do our social media, companies were giving us these great solutions, cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars a year. And we were very fortunate to find a company who was able to give us a phenomenal deal that did everything we needed it to and then some. So, but yeah, it took hours of research. So our volunteers, just like you guys, we do this all. The vast majority of us are truck drivers on the road. We have a few professionals that do work in trucking, but they work from home because they're journalists or various other marketing and media people. So, but the vast majority of this gets run from the cabs of our trucks, literally bouncing down the road.
I was going to ask you, Tom, so I know that I'm going to try and get information because I'm going to try to help you guys out this year and volunteer. When you get all those applications in, how do you guys try to weed them down to that like 75 that you guys are looking at?
Well, the 75 is the physical number we're limiting ourselves to this year in terms of physical applications received. So when we get that 75th application, our web Grinch is taking down the applications. The application, the web Grinch is going to go in there and giggle with sadistic glee as he removes that link and turns it off. So once we get those 75 or however many we get, it could be 40, it could be 75, then our port team of Santa stands in the background, starts cracking a whip, and basically says, start reading the applications. Then we set up appointments for the person who nominated them. So I'm going to pick on you for a second, Angie. Let's say you nominate Fred and Wilma Flintstone. So we're going to call you and find out why you think Fred and Wilma should be helped by Truckers Christmas Group this year. Then once we finish getting that information, we're going to reach out to Fred and Wilma and have a conversation with them and find out a little bit about them. And we're basically going to say, tell us your story, and they tell us what they are comfortable with. So some families don't tell us a lot.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Families tell us a whole bunch. And we've also found in some years, some of these families, what they need just as much as anything is somebody who's willing to listen to their story. And last year we had this happen multiple times that we had people how do I want to say this? We had a lot of people that would reach out to us and say, hey, if you know of a family who's more in need in us, please help them first. And they have grandkids or whatever it is, and we're listening to their stories. And almost every year, we want to reach through the phone and lovingly smack them upside the head. What do you mean somebody who's worse than you? You're among our top 5 worst. Um, and this is one of the things that we sometimes look for, is the people that really have the heart to help their fellow drivers and put them first, because we see this every year that drivers, it's like the old military movie where you hear, oh, help this other guy first. He's hurt worse than me. Well, in reality, they're hurt even worse than that person. And we see this every single year with driver after driver. Oh, you don't need to worry about helping us. We'll be okay. We've been getting along fine. Help another family in need more. And we're just all sitting there going, really? And that's the thing that truly impresses us about drivers, is how much they put other people first. And that's a great part of this. If somebody wants to learn more, I keep mentioning the website. You can email Mark. He's our president, at tcgo.org. That's MARK at tcgo.org. And he can give you information if you want to volunteer, if you want to donate to the store, all that kind of stuff. He can help you with that. If you want to help maybe with marketing or this, that, or anything that you can think of, Mark will put you in touch with the right person if he's not the right one. For a lot of that stuff, he is. But he can put you in contact with, whether it's myself or Idella or Greg or whoever it is, and help you find the person that can best help you deal with whatever that situation is. Like guys, and if you got a question on the process, he's more than happy to answer that as well. But applications open up on November the 13th, and then we'll close on December the 13th. Then on December the 16th and 17th, that's when we start reaching out to the families and telling them if we were able to help them. Then starting right around the 17th of December, that's when we start our poor elf who handles all of the disbursements. She starts working overtime to get all that money out there. And in case you haven't noticed, our volunteers are called elves. I'm the exception. I'm Frosty the PR snowman, because I'm always having a meltdown. And as people can tell you, and Angie, I'm sure will understand this, anybody who's ever had to deal with Facebook and works in PR, there's a reason why they call why PR people drink so much. It's called Facebook.
Yes. I do want to mention real quick, because I know you've mentioned it, but a lot of drivers may not know, and a lot of our fans and people that watch are not truckers, but they're like fans of truckers. So you actually are on a radio show too, TNC Radio. So I do want to plug them, because they've had me on a few times and I appreciate them. So if you want to give like a small plug, because we do want to mention and tell a little bit about that too.
Sure. TNCradio.live is an internet-based radio station, so you don't have to have satellite radio or anything like that, geared for the transportation industry. So we deal a little bit with railroads, shipping, ships when I say shipping. But our primary focus is on trucks and truck drivers. We also do a little bit on Lyft and Uber, because the interesting thing we found is, hey, some truck drivers, when they're at home, they don't want to sit around, so they'll go out and do Lyft, Uber, DoorDash. It amazes me how many times when people find out you're a truck driver, they start asking about when they're a Lyft and Uber driver. So there's a really fun cross-section there. But I would say probably 85-90% of our programming does focus on truck drivers. We have a morning show Monday through Friday that runs from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central Time. If you think my face is ugly listening on here, well, you get to listen to my voice for 2 hours of a morning, 5 days a week, most days, along with the rest of the morning team. And we try to give you news, information, traffic from around the country. Sometimes we'll do more of a trivia show. If we're just having one of those days, it's like, hey, it's a slow news day in trucking, let's have some fun. We'll have some fun. Then we do an evening show from 4 to 6, kind of a similar thing. We kind of try to sum up some of the day's news, traffic, weather, information. Somehow or another, I get to do the evening show too. I don't know how I've volunteered for that one, but I get to do 4 hours of live radio a day while driving, so that makes it even more fun. But we have a great team of people there, and we have a bunch of new programs that we're starting now around 6 p.m. Central. Mondays, we've got David Essel, who some of you remember from the talk radio days of doing basically a radio show that would help people deal with personal issues, and now he's got a trucker-focused one. He's at 6 Central on Mondays. Ron from TFC Global has the 7 o'clock show. Tuesday at 7 is Women Road Warriors with Kathy Takaro, who's a truck driver, and Shelly Johnson. They do a great show there. And actually, I can't forget to plug Shelly's show. That's at 3 Centrals every day. I think that's the one you were on, Angie.
Yep.
And they do a phenomenal show there covering a wide variety of topics. Thursdays, some of you may remember this lovely young lady who used to have a radio show on this big station called WSM by the name of Marcia Campbell. She is now with us. Unfortunately, her and WSM parted ways last year, but she has a show from 6 to 7 on Thursday nights. And I think it's starting either this week or next week. They've convinced me to do a 1-hour show. I'm still trying to figure out how I keep saying yes all the time. But mine's going to be focused more on just everyday drivers and people in the trucking industry and sharing their stories. Sometimes it could be funny. Sometimes it could be sad. Sometimes it could be informational. But hopefully all the time you'll have some fun with it. And then on Friday evenings from 6 to 8, there's a kind of a more of an open forum talk show called Driver Nation. They focus a little more on the Lyft and Uber drivers, but truck drivers can call in with questions and comments for them as well on some various issues. So we got a bunch of great programming, music and comedy at different times throughout the day. So just really a lot of fun for drivers.
We had a question from Brooke, who was supposed to be on our show, and she just texted me. She wanted to know, how many volunteers do you think you guys would be wanting to add, so she had an idea?
We would love probably to add at least 10 to 15 more volunteers this year.
Okay.
And some of it is, and if we can get more, that's always great. Because some of it is, people's schedules change throughout the year. If people have family emergencies and maybe have to drop out, or time commitments change. And we try to set this up in such a way where you don't have to attend every single thing every single time. And we try to make this as easy as possible because we know we're all busy.
Yeah.
So, it's like, for example, when we do radio shows like this, there's 4 or 5 of us who tend to do them. And we kind of try to rotate them around a little bit based on who's available. So, it's a pretty good system.
We got a comment. It's from Nate. She said, are you guys going to post up links to different programs? We already have, but I'm going to repost them again right after the show. And we'll also put that email address in there for Mark in case you're interested in volunteering. Mark's who you're going to want to contact. So we'll put all the information up on all of our sites right after the show. And there was one more I wanted to tell you, Tom. Tim said, is another comment. He said, so awesome, and kudos to what you're doing. Such awesome work for people. I myself am a 2-time brain surgery survivor living with an incurable brain condition. So hearing this speaks volumes to me. Be blessed.
Thank you so much, Tim. And in part, it's people like you that gives us the motivation to do this. And we all definitely will be offering our prayers and best wishes for you as you deal with this situation. And that's the stories that we want to help. We want to help the people have the best possible life and the best possible Christmas memories that they can. So, one of the things I kind of want to leave you with, when we do our Christmas calls to notify these families, a lot of times they'll be in tears saying, now we can afford Christmas dinner. Because a lot of times these families were choosing between 1 or 2 real, and when I say small gifts, I'm talking like dollar store Family Dollar gifts, paying the light bills, and a can of Spam for Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
Now they can actually do more for the family, particularly when the kids if the kids are younger. And we're not talking extravagant gifts. Usually it's fairly simple things, and then they're putting food on the table and paying bills. But the one thing that makes us unique from a lot of other charities, this gift that we give them is non-restricted, is what we call a non-restricted grant. We don't attach any strings to it. If they want to go out and buy a PlayStation for the kids, they can do that. Obviously, we hope they probably don't if they're in that situation. But the vast majority of families are going to do things like for the kids, like furniture, or maybe if they need a laptop for school, because we ran into that last year where one of the kids needed a laptop for school, Christmas dinner, anything of that nature that they feel is important to them, we give them the ability to do it. And a lot of times it's paying utility bills. So, I mean, this is the thing that really kind of reaches out to us. And the other thing I want to leave with everyone is every year we get at least one or two people reach us. I think I know of somebody that might qualify, but I'm not sure if they really need help. And we're like, apply for them anyways, because 9 times out of 10, it has turned out that person was in much worse condition and shape than anyone realized, and was just doing what truck drivers do, keeping a stiff upper lip and just pushing through. And they were in desperate need of that, we'll call it a hand up, that hope. And as I often tell people, a lot of people the Christmas season, they say it's the Christmas of hope. But if you're going through medical issues, if you're going through a rough time, you don't see the hope. You don't see the light. And all we try to do is give them a ray of hope. We may not be able to solve their problems. We may only be able to help them short term, but we try to give them just that little bit of hope for that season of hope.
Absolutely. I know we've had quite a few people that have come on the last 15 to 20 minutes. So I want to tell everybody, we're going to post all the links, but they are already up on Trucker Safety Info and Trucker Safety Divas. But this is Tom Kirk. We're talking to him. It is Truckers Christmas Group org. You can find them on Facebook. You can also go directly to their website. But we will put all this information up for you in case you're just coming on the show, or if you're going to watch this on later broadcast. So I will have all this information up for you. So if you want to donate, or if you want to possibly volunteer to help Tom and me out, because I'm going to help out this year, definitely we'll have that information for you. Heather, I know you've been so quiet. Did you have any questions, hon? I hate putting you on the spot.
I was just soaking it all in. There was a lot of information, and it's an awesome thing that you guys are doing. And if I thought I would be good at volunteering, I would do it. But we're like so everywhere that I don't know.
But believe it or not, Heather, you're some of our best volunteers in certain ways. Because the thing is let's say you can't be on the calls where we talk to the families. Extensive notes get taken. The calls are recorded where volunteers can listen to the call if they feel they need to in their own time. And then basically you read through that information, you can help ranking. The other thing that you can do as a volunteer or quasi-volunteer, as a partial elf, we'll call it a half elf. If you want to be half of an elf, just sharing our posts is huge.
Yes.
Or if you have a business that you think is great in trucking, let's say it's a CB radio company. You can reach out to them, particularly if you know somebody there, and say, hey, consider donating to this group. Little things like that are a huge help to us. But the thing is a lot of our volunteers, they may make a phone call here, a phone call there, but they read through all the notes, they read through the stories, and in some cases, they'll put little notes on there saying, hey, I'm familiar with whatever this condition is because I have maybe a kid has had it, or I know a relative who's dealt with it, and they can give us some perspective that helps us to better understand what that person's going through. One of our volunteers has been dealing with leukemia for a number of years, and he can't always make every call. Last year he made very few calls, but if we ever had a question about any of the blood cancers, he was our go-to person who could really explain what that person was going through better than we could, because he lives it. So anybody who feels that they can add something, even if it's just a prayers, support in any way, they're always welcome. And that's something that, some of our best volunteers are some of the people who's helped us in the past, who's received help from us in the past. So truck drivers are always giving back in some way. But like I said, if you think you're over too much, or your schedule's a little crazy, trust me, we're all in the same boat, because we're all drivers running this from our trucks. But we try to make it simple. The other thing too is to make clear for anybody who's thinking about volunteering there, everything's kept confidential. So any information you may learn, you're expected to keep it confidential, because people are sharing some very personal stuff with us. And we do our best to keep that information secure and everything else. But, it's one of those things you'll notice, unless we're given specific permission each year, we never mention anyone's name. So just because somebody said you can tell my story and use my name last year, until I have permission from them in writing for this year, we don't do it again this year, because circumstances can change. So that's one of the things that we do our very best in, is protect everybody's confidences and the trust they put in us, because they do put a lot of trust in us. And that's something that we're very proud to be able to help with them. If you want to learn more, as we've said again, go to www.tcgo.org. You can donate there. We have a store there. All stuff is always going to be constantly added and things like that. So definitely check back often. If you don't see something you like this week, it could be there next week. The last thing I want to say on that store is a lot of those items are limited quantities. They might be one-offs or things like that. So if you see something that you really, really want, get it now, because it's not for us a case of logistics issues. It's a case of we may only have one.
Yeah.
So like I said, we've got some really cool stuff on there. We've had some great sponsors. I can't believe I'm going to mention a couple more, but like Blue Parrot Jobber have been very generous to us. Wilson with their WeBoost antennas has been generous to us. I think I've already mentioned OPS One, Pittsburgh Power, Air Dog, Flow Below, just to name a few. Like I said, you can see, if you look at our sponsors page, you can see everybody who's helped over the last year or two, and they've been tremendously helpful. And we give a huge thanks to all of them for that.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being on the show, Tom. Now we're going to do a little snippet at the end of every show through the month of November. He disappeared.
He's gone.
That was a quick goodbye. Where'd he go? Bye, Tom.
Bye, Tom.
Bye, Tom.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I told you he's a talker. I love Tom. I seriously love Tom. He's the sweetest guy ever. And it was so funny. The very first time I ever interviewed him, it was supposed to be a 20-minute conversation, but we got so enthralled. And next thing I know, it was like an hour. I'm like, how did that happen?
I don't know where he went to. I guess, they were going down the road, so he must have lost his signal.
Yeah. But so for those of you guys just joining, what I was going to tell Tom is that we're going to include little links all through November of several trekking groups that we're trying to help during November and December, because we know a lot of people look for charitable organizations to donate to at the end of the year for tax write-offs. Remember, people, tax write-offs. But again, It is Truckers Christmas Group org. You can find them on Facebook. I will put all the information up for you after the show. They do have a shop that you can go buy all these gifts that were donated from sponsors and from crafters, and all the money will go to help these trekking families who are in need. So what do you guys think?
That's really awesome. I just was reading about it today when Lori was like, I can't be on the show. And so I was like reading on it, and I was like, wow, that's really cool, And I was looking at like the sponsors and stuff that are involved. I was like, that's impressive,
Yes.
Yeah, it's an amazing group. I actually heard your podcast when you interviewed him on your podcast, Angie. And so I looked at it last year, and I'm going to look at it again this year. I'm actually on the volunteer page right now just to see if there's something that I can do.
Yeah. I wanted to volunteer last year, and I didn't have a chance. And so I told him this year, I said, I promise I will do it this year. I said, come hell or high water, I'm volunteering. So I'm hoping that, once I volunteer this year, as long as they keep me and I don't mess up too bad, I can keep doing it every year. So that would be awesome.
We could be half elves together. You could be half an elf, and I'll be the other half, and then we'll just be a whole elf.
There we go. Yeah, we could be a third of elves. We could, make it a whole elf. Yeah. Okay, so Tom just messaged me. He said, I'm so sorry, I lost connection. So that's what we thought, Tom. It's trekking. We get it. We get it. I'm going to take just a quick break, guys, and get a couple of commercials in, and then we'll be right back. So give me just a second.
All right.
If I can find him, that would be great. Here we go.
Good morning, everybody. It's morning here in Arizona. Not sure what time it is, but This is an awareness of Breast Cancer Month. Just an announcement. Make sure everybody checks your breasts. I got 2 of them here. Okay? Make sure you do your exams and mammograms. Get your appointment for a mammogram and self-check your breasts. Even guys, the breasts, just little circles. Just feel for the lump. Everybody should do it. Everybody should do it. Check your breasts. Check it yourself. Check your partners. Have your partner check yours. And get your mammogram. Do it.
Welcome, my Trucker Safety Divas. We want to invite you to join our fundraiser for the Susan G. Komen Foundation. Together, we can help end breast cancer between the Susan G. Komen Foundation and Trucker Safety Divas. Did you know every 2 minutes a woman in the U.S. is diagnosed with breast cancer? No one should face breast cancer alone. Not now, not ever. Please visit our page at Trucker Safety Divas, where we have breast cancer awareness shirts and memorabilia and so much more. Or just make a donation directly to our fundraiser for the Susan G. Komen Foundation. Help us earn our goal of $600 by the end of October to help us make a huge difference. Together, we can help end breast cancer, just one donation at a time.
Do we know what our total is? I'm putting you on the spot, Angela. I know, but do we know what our total is so far for Susan G. Komen that we've raised?
Yes, we do. We have raised $265 so far.
Yay! Okay.
Yay.
So we still got a long way to go.
We do. We're 16 days in, and so we're almost to the halfway mark. So
all right.
Everybody, anybody who can donate, $1, it's, everything counts.
Don't make me pay the rest, people, because you know me. I will.
No, you will not. No. No, you will not.
Oh, my God. I have to tell you, who knew New Mexico gets so flipping cold? Oh, my God. It's cold out here.
No, it's in New Mexico. I know that.
I was going to go inside and do it from inside, but then my headset died. I'm like, we'll just sit out here. But I wanted to mention also, before I forget, we got a pretty good donation today on Treat a Trekker. I don't know if she wants me to mention her name, so I'm not going to. But we got a $100 donation, so I wanted to give a big shout out and say thank you so much, because that'll be 10 truck drivers that we can gift. And I gifted $90 in gift cards today, so we're going to appreciate it because I'm almost out of gift cards.
Wow, that's amazing.
I know. I got gift cards, or I got $100 for you too when I see you, because Angela has not been on the road yet, but she's going to be on the road soon, and she's going to be helping us out too, so it'll be fun.
Yep. Good enough.
I know Pat's been giving them out. Have you guys been enjoying giving them out and meeting new people?
Yeah. He usually gives them out because he'll be fueling, and that's his opportunity to go up to somebody and give them the card, because he'll be next to him in the fuel island, or going in to pay or whatever. And so he'll go, "Give me a gift card," and so I'll hurry and give him a gift card. So yeah.
I just saw that comment. Hello, Morocco.
I know.
Thank you for tuning in. The miracles of the internet, y'all. I like it.
I always try to get them at the fuel island too. It's like you have to try to catch them like either right before they start fueling or right when they're done fueling. And then I always kind of look at them. Okay, do they look cranky, or are they going to be okay? And I can go give them a gift card. What are you selling? What do you want? I'm like, hey, I'm a truck driver like you. Chill out.
I know the first one he gave out, it was kind of weird for him, but then after he did it, he was good. So, yeah.
Well, and Pat's got the personality. I mean, my God. I didn't show his boob commercial tonight, but I mean, his boob commercial is like, I can't believe he did that when he just woke up. I mean, seriously, that's like Oscar worthy.
It is. It's good. I love that commercial.
I know. Oh, God. Well, we did pretty good tonight. We kept it almost at an hour. We're almost finished. I'm trying to see if there's any more comments I need to get up. Did you guys have any announcements before we get ready to close the show? Oh,
Don't forget to watch our show, our streaming. Miss Rivers of Pat and Heather. And also, I just want to shout out Tia's Trunks again because Pat and I just think that she's just an amazing person, and her, she's just an amazing person. And so, yeah, we just
I'm glad you said that because I almost forgot. Thank you. I love her commercial. So for those of you guys who don't know, like Heather was saying, and Tia's been on our show before, and we're going to have Tia on the show a lot more because that girl's got some hellacious personality. But Tia is one of our divas and one of my dear, dear friends who is fighting cancer. Unfortunately, it is incurable. So our time with Tia is extra special. And she has an organization called Tia Trunk. And I'm going to do everything I possibly can to make this the biggest success for her. But what she does is she gives out luxurious packages or like baskets for cancer patients like herself. She sounds like me. Always wanting to give back. But here is a commercial that I made. I don't think Tia's seen it. So please take a few minutes, watch it, share it, get your friends involved. But here is Tia's Trunk.
Tonight we want to introduce you to Tia Trunk. Tia Trunk was created and started by Tia Marie Gunlick of St. Louis, also a trucker safety diva. She was diagnosed October 21st, 2019 with multiple myeloma, a painful and sadly incurable cancer. Tia and her volunteers helped create luxurious and thoughtful care packages for cancer patients just like herself. Many of the products that she uses in these care packages is actually purchased from local businesses and small business owners in the St. Louis area. Tia puts a lot of thought into everything that she puts, from the lotions to the shampoos, to make sure that a cancer patient can utilize it and it's safe for them. We encourage you tonight to visit A Trucker's View and Trucker Safety Divas to get all the information on how you can help with Tia's project and Tia Trunk and make a donation to her GoFundMe today. Please be sure to visit A Trucker's View, A Trucker Safety Divas today.
Okay, on a personal note, I do want to say Tia is, if you have not joined Trucker Safety Divas and you are a woman, I don't care if you're a trucker, you could be in the trucking industry, you need to join. Because if you are having the crappiest day in your life, Tia will put up a TikTok video. This girl is in excruciating pain. I mean, I can't stress this to you enough. 24/7, this girl's in excruciating pain. She'll put up a TikTok video that'll have me crying so hard I'm almost puking. I love her. So
yeah, I do too. I love her. Her dance videos are the best.
Yes. We are honored. I cannot even stress to you. I kind of get choked up about it, so I'm trying not to. We're very honored to have Tia. I'm very honored that I've known her for the last 2 years. I'm honored that she came on here. She's always wanted to be a truck driver, and sadly she can't. So this is her way of joining our trucking community, and we welcome her with open arms. And we will have Tia on the show again very soon. But again, I will put her information up on Trucker Safety Divas tonight. So sorry, I'm getting choked up. I love my
All right.
I love my girl.
Don't forget to follow Miami Pink Panther. Follow us on Trucker Safety Divas. Join our female-only group. Sorry, guys. And go Dolphins. Even though
No. Go Browns. Go Browns.
What's wrong with you people? It's Green Bay.
Oh, no.
And by the way, I have to apologize because in the middle of Tom talking, I think you guys may have, if you go back and you watch it, there's a part where I start cracking up. I felt so bad because it was at a point where Tom was saying something serious. It was because Brooke sent me a text message and had me in stitches. So I apologize. I was not laughing at Tom. I was laughing at Brooke because it came on top of my phone and I could not read it. So,
Yeah, she just sent Cowboys. No. Sorry, honey. No.
No, sorry, Brooke, you're not on here tonight. You have no say so. No Cowboys.
No Cowboys.
And Brooke has not left I want to get that straight. She's just taking a little time off. She will be back next week. We love Brooke. She's not going anywhere. She is a diva. Heather's going to be on the show more often. Lori's husband just came home. That's the reason she's not on tonight. She's going to have some fun with her hubby. But
She ain't even watching us, that's for sure.
we're going to switch it up every week, guys. We'll have new divas because it's not just me, Brooke, and Angela that run this show. And so we want to make sure that we're showcasing all of our divas. So, but thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you so much, Tom, for being on the show. We'll post all the information up here in just a few months once I thaw out. But, yeah.
Good job, Heather. Good job, your first show. Yay!
Be sure to go to Trekking Life. If you haven't yet, go to Trekking Life. That's where we all stream from. You can see Misadventures of Pat and Heather. You can see the Miami Pink Panther. You can see Married to the Road. You can see Lori. And we got some new streamers on there, so I encourage you to stop by and visit Trekking Life. So we love you all. We can't do this show without your guys' support. So thank you all so much. We love you. I'm giving you a half a heart because I'm holding your phone.
You're half an elf, so you get half a heart. Okay. All
Okay.
right, have a good night, you guys.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.